Yes, it was a loan. And they knew it was a loan,
Okay.
and they preyed on my kindness. I didn't have the money. I went to retrieve it from my credit card, cash advance, which is my fault, which is my stupidity.
I'm slightly ashamed of this project.
Vibe presents A Friend with Issues.
And welcome back to another episode of A Friend with Issues, a limited podcasting series where I bring on a friend every week to discuss one topic that grinds their gears, makes their ass itch. With me today is Vivian. Vivian, hey.
Hi, Jason.
Hi, Vivian. How are you, lady?
Many issues.
Well, I mean, it goes without saying, because of you. But before we get into it, Vivian, how do we know each other? Throw it in there.
From work. We're co-workers.
You want to be a little more specific? From work?
No.
Okay, fantastic. So yes, she is a coworker turned friend sometimes, like whenever we text, and she's a lovely lady. Very lovely, very, very nice, almost too nice. And that actually dovetails into today's topic. Vivian, what brings you here? What makes your ass itch? What grinds your gear?
I lent a very good friend money more than once, more than twice, and he has never, ever given me back anything.
Okay, so basically it's the lending friends money. Now, you already know how I feel about this. I already say that don't ever lend money that you can't afford to give away, right? So the obvious question is, were you giving it away? Was it confirmed that it was a loan? Did they know it was a loan?
Yes, it was a loan. And they knew it was a loan,
Okay.
and they preyed on my kindness. I didn't have the money. I went to retrieve it from my credit card, cash advance, which is my fault, which is my stupidity.
Well, I mean, everything that happens to us, is twofold. But you lent several times to this individual. Were you even paid back from the first time?
No.
So then you lent them a second time. Were you paid back from the second time?
No.
And then go so on and so forth. So then, the question to ask you then is, why did you keep lending without getting any repayment?
I was hoping, and I had faith in him that he will pay it back, because I see the goodness in people. But obviously, I am so wrong.
So you like to hope for the best, is what you're saying?
Yes.
So how are you, and how long are we talking? How long is this debt been owed to you so far?
4 years.
How do you feel now? Do you regret it? I mean, do you regret it? Would you
absolutely. Okay. I would never do it again.
Okay.
But I probably will.
Because you're you?
Yes, because
you're
I'm
a fantastic person.
It's just, I cannot believe that people will treat you like that when you help them when they're in need, and they still don't remember that.
Have you ever had a dialogue with this individual about the money owed and expecting repayment, stuff like that?
Yes, many times. And he told me, oh, when the tax return comes, you're going to get it. Every year is something. Every year, some other problem arises, and it's a delay, postpone.
Okay, well, I mean, as the audience may know, I know a little bit about this, a lot of it about this topic. So I want to get into the. You came to a compromise, and the compromise was. Do you remember what the compromise was?
Yes, $50 a month.
Okay.
50.
Now, without getting into the amount that's owed to you, unless you want to, what was the response that you got for this simple $50 a month repayment at a time?
An N and a no. Just an N and a no.
Please elaborate on this. You got to know based upon what? How can somebody that owes you this kind of money, okay, just say no like that? Give a little deeper.
Okay, so the first time it was because his car got repoed. Okay, so he really needed the car, and I understand without the car he can't get to work. Okay, the third is for his shop. He owns a shop. Okay, so I'm thinking, this man makes money. He will pay me back someday. So when I approached him after like 2 years, I'm like, I really do need the money. I'm going to give you a break. $50 a month. It was a plain no. I'm not going to do it.
Why?
And
Did he give you a why? It was just a solid no.
just a solid no. No reason, nothing. I'm just, when I have the money, I'll give it back to you. That was it. But I'm not going to make any kind of arrangement or commitment to tell you that I'm paying it back.
I mean, that is so disgusting. I mean, I've heard this before, and every time you tell me this, as I'm hearing for the first time, how do you just say no? How do you look somebody dead in your face who has helped you out multiple times, and you owe them an excess amount of money, and you just say no? It drives me nuts.
Correct.
And he gave you and he literally just said no. You don't want to make a commitment. No, forget it.
Yes. And it's not 500 a month. It's 50 a month. That's easily done. And he owes me about 20,000.
Oh, I was hoping you would say it. Oh my God. Yes. He owes Vivian a down payment on a house. He owes Vivian pretty much a mid-sized probably car that you can buy. You know, that's the kind of money. But then some viewers and listeners might say, well, it's your fault. You kept on lending it and you let the balance get that high without any reasonable expectation of repayment.
I agree. Totally my fault. Totally.
So now we've discussed this. I've told you, and I know you hate that, I've told you that it's time to just let it go. And I'm telling you this based upon my own version. Now I have somebody that I lent and I bailed out. It was a girl that I liked, and her car got repossessed and she didn't have this. And I spent a lot of money, both in taking her out, both in whatever. Now the amount of money is like what? A fraction? Not even, I'm talking about like a fraction, just a couple $1,000s, not tens of thousands of dollars. And she never repaid it. She did reach out to me once, saying she wanted to make a payment plan to start giving back to me. And I told her, listen, I don't expect it, but if you feel so inclined to repay it, go for it. And she never did, never attempted to. She said, oh, wow, oh. And I let it go. And I don't let it, weigh heavily on me anymore, because in the end, she did nothing to me that I didn't let her do to me. So you, on the other hand, you are hell-bent on getting this money back. So, why is that? Why can't you cut your losses? Since it is kind of your fault, It
is my fault. And now I need a new roof. I need a new roof.
Mm-hmm.
I got denied on my new roof, so I need it. And I reached out and he said, it's coming.
Right, but you've heard that. You've heard that.
Yes.
Heard it. Or that song. You know that song? You don't know the song. It's not Chinese. Okay, but he's not reliable. You can't rely upon him for anything. No. So why can't you let this go, Vivian?
I'm battling with myself. Let it go. It was your stupidness, let it go. But no, I'm not going to let it go. Why? And I just can't.
I understand that, but what is the principle? What is the ideal? What is it that's having you hold on to this? Whether it be, I'm saying, like, why? Because all you're doing is successfully stressing yourself out about something that you may never ever get. So then why hold on to it? Why not just make peace with it after all this time and let it go?
When somebody's in need, okay, you lend a hand. So you would expect the same for him to do.
I agree.
Back. Yes. That's the only reason now.
But that's not lending a hand, though. You just want a repayment. He's not doing you a favor by repaying. You know that.
Yes. Okay, and I'm not even including the interest or whatever he owes me.
Correct.
Because I had to use one credit card to cover another credit card, blah, 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 blah.
You literally screwed yourself and bent over, twisted yourself, forget to bend over backwards. You twisted yourself into a pretzel to help this individual out. But carry on.
Yes. But there are ways to get it back. Illegal ways and legal ways. And I'm thinking of both. And if anybody wants me to help me beat the shit out of him, please do.
We here on not condone beating the shit out of people who owe you money. But if you'd like to follow through, email us at friendswithissues@gmail.com and I'll forward it to Vivian. See, I don't know, man. We talk about this over and over again, and I just said, listen, do what I did. Cut that person off and just, that's it. Move on. Because let me tell you right now, I won't lie. Yeah, she owed me thousands of dollars. And you know, for a while we were still on social media, and I watched her. She was back on top finally. She got herself some other guy. She was going on trips again, and I'm sitting here like, must be nice. You do know that I helped you get you back on your feet. And
Hmm.
it would bother me to the point where, you know, I had to disconnect, and disconnecting is what helped me get over it. Now I can talk about it, and I don't feel that gut wrenching feeling. It's just one of those bad stories that reminds me that that will never happen again. You know, and so, you know, the fact that you still are holding on to it, I feel kind of bad because
Oh, and then I'm sorry, I saw this individual driving a new car.
that's
And
what I'm
that
saying.
irked
See what
me.
I'm saying?
Yes, yes,
That's why I
yes.
had to disconnect from social media, because I didn't want to see her living her life knowing that she never made an honest intention of paying me back. I couldn't
Yeah.
do it to myself. It was torturing myself. So I feel like you're torturing yourself, and it's like you're thinking about it, but clearly he is not.
No.
And to the point where he does not feel any kind of remorse or have any conscience to be able to afford a new car or to be able to flaunt these things, knowing that he's in debt to you for tens of thousands of dollars, not a couple of
And it's the
bucks.
ungratefulness,
Yeah,
it's that really irks me.
no, he's probably very grateful that you gave it to him. Probably very grateful. What do you mean? he's just not he's just not um owning up to his responsibility. He's just not being forthright. He's just not being a good person. But I'm pretty sure he was very gracious and grateful for it. Absolutely. Come on.
But a real man, really, a real man will not do that to a woman.
A real man won't do that to anybody in general, but especially not a woman. But a real man with any conscience, any moral fiber, yeah, I agree, would have that in the back of their head and be like, listen, I need to pay this off, and would have probably, I'll tell you right now, would have been absolutely overjoyed to have been given a $50 a month
Yes.
option from the person. Some people don't even get that from credit card companies. You know what I'm saying? I
Yes.
would be overjoyed. I owe you $20,000. You gonna let me pay you $50 a month? Thank God, because I don't even have the money. Here you go. Absolutely, take it, take it. $50
Yeah.
a month, nothing. I'll be paying you off forever, but it's nothing in the grand scheme of things compared to what was given. And you know what I'm saying? Maybe in the end she'll we'll get to a point where we just waive it. You know what I'm saying? So just not to put your best foot forward, your best faith forward. That's crazy. So
Yeah,
when
I mean, just to show me in good faith that he's trying. That's all I wanted him to do. Just show me that you're trying.
right, but here's the thing though. Once he said no to that, once that was a no, baby girl, that was it. That should have been your cutoff switch. You should have been like block, delete, and never ever again. But you can't do that. And I just don't understand why. Is it because you feel that that crossed, that betrayed, that you must get vindication? Is that what it is?
Partly, yes.
How much longer are you willing to fight to try and get your money back?
All my life, I've been fighting.
That's what I'm saying. No, what I'm
No,
saying, but how much longer? I
I'm
mean,
gonna fight. I'm gonna
whether you
fight till
go,
the end.
whether you do personally with him, whether you go legally or illegally, whatever you want to say, how long are you willing to do this? I mean, are we still going to be talking about this 10 years later?
Yes, until I die, I'm gonna fight for it.
Really?
Yes.
God, I don't know, man. It just that's a lot of work, and that can make you sick. You know, that's like holding a grudge. That'll make you sick, Viv.
I no, I can't let it go. I thought about it. I will not let this go.
Wow. You know, I really do hope that you succeed, but I just don't see it happening. I don't. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, but just the stories you told me, the kind of person that that you have told me
Mm.
he is, and just, I'm sorry, just excuse me, just the response to that. My throat is killing me. Wow. Just the response to that. I wouldn't call it an ultimatum. That was just a suggestion, an olive branch, a compromise. I mean, there's no. Did you not feel like there's no hope though?
Oh, there's hope somewhere. If it's gonna be forced out of him.
Huh. I don't know, bro. I think you need to maybe sit down, get some feng shui in your life, do some meditation, light some incense, and let it go.
I think I need to connect with some of the right people.
Yes, some hood, some gangbanger homies, right? No, you money. Give it to her. Do you really? Let's be reasonable. Let's be real reasonable. Do you really think? And this is very hypothetical. This is not going to happen. But if you were able to find people who were able to jump and beat the crap out of him, you really think that would have made him make him pay you back money? I don't
think so.
I don't think so. I don't. What you're looking for is a wake up call from him. Whether you go legally, you get some people to rough him up, you threaten him. I don't think this guy. I'm being honest with you. I don't think this guy. There'll be nothing that'll make this man want to pay you back. Nothing. If it's not literally drafted from his account somehow every month. If he's forced. I'm talking about kicking and screaming forced. I'm talking about back rear child support forced. I'm talking about absorbing your tax return because you owe the IRS money type of forced. That's the only way man like this is gonna repay you. And the fact that's crazy. I honestly, in all honesty, do believe this man wouldn't do it. He'd file a report with cops, or he'd file a motion, and he'd be like, "No, I'm not. No, it's not gonna happen. You can't make me." He's not gonna do it. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when he just doesn't do it? Whatever. Let's say you exhaust all your options, Vivian, and you still don't get any back. What are you gonna do then? Let it eat you up, or what is it gonna take for you to let it go?
And this is gonna sound really stupid and naive.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pray that one day he will find it in his heart to pay me back.
Wow.
Even if the impossible is impossible, sometimes people will turn around.
He will win the lottery tomorrow and won't pay you back, and he'll have the money and he won't pay you back. That's the impression you've given me. This man will win the lotto tomorrow and he still won't pay you back.
Well, let's hope he have 1 ounce of decency in him.
I think any hope of that ended when he said no to the $50 a month for $20,000. You can't get a $50 a month payment plan for $20,000 for anything in the world. Not even.
But you know what, people. I'm sorry. People change every day. Things happens that change them. So let's hope. Let's hope.
He would have
when
to
I do exhaust.
He would have to die, go to the white light, and be told by the Lord above, "Hey, check it out. Okay, check it out. If you don't pay Vivian back, you're going to hell, and you need to be a better person, or I'll make you burn." And he shows him a glimpse of hell. Then he wakes back up on the table, and that's why he'll pay you back. That's the only way I see a person like that changing their mind, is that they have to have an out of body or a near death experience. And this is just me listening to your stories for the last couple of years, and this is the impression that I get. So I don't know how you, and I totally respect it, but I don't see how you have that hope and that faith that something, either your actions or inactions, will get this man to finally pay you back, or going as far as hopefully he wakes up one day and says, "You know what, Vivian she did me right. She did me all right. Let me throw her a bone and pay her back her money." You know, I respect that. I respect your naivety, your hopeless, positive, whatever. But your optimism is cute. But I don't know, Viv. I think for me, when it came to that girl, the minute that I told her, pay with your own, whatever you feel like it, whenever you want, and I never heard from her again. That was it for me. I knew it, and I said, okay, moving on with my life. So for if I was in your situation, the minute he said no to the $50 compromise, that would have been it. I mean, I realized, you know what, it's over. That's it. I did it, and you know what, I will hope and I wish and I'll pray that karma exists, and that gets paid back that way. I may never feel it, and I may even see it, but that's a really crappy thing to do, and hopefully it'll bounce back. And that's all I would do is hope that he'd feel it eventually, and then somehow or other he'd think, maybe it's because I didn't pay Vivian back the money.
Blessings goes for thousands of generations, and so does curses. So I hope he realized it, and he does have children. I do have children, so whatever the parents do, it does go to the children.
Okay.
So anybody listening, believe that.
Yes, I believe that the sins of the parents are visited on the children. I do believe that the
Yes.
karma
Yes.
can come back in a different generation, you know. But
To the one that you most love.
right, but how would but I would never satisfy you though, especially if you didn't know, you know, or know it happened.
He will
Kind of
know.
thing.
Even if I don't know, he will know.
But that doesn't help you. What I'm trying to do is find a way for you to let it go and find peace with this. You know what I'm saying? So him getting his come up aside, unless the universe said, hey, he got a flat tire and his car flipped because he didn't pay you back your money, you would never be satisfied because you don't know that that's the universe giving it his vengeance. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't know.
Mhm.
So what I'm trying to say is what would it take to give you that peace of mind besides getting your money back? You know what I'm saying? And I get it, it's a large
Mhm.
amount, but in the end, whether he asked you or you offered, he did nothing to you that you didn't let him do. You know, and that's
Yeah.
you have to look at it like that. You take some responsibility, if not most of the responsibility
Yes.
for this feeling, this debt, you know, and it
And you know
sucks.
what? And he asked me twice after that
What
to
do you
borrow
ask you?
some more money to fix his car and something else.
After the
Yeah.
20 grand?
After that. Yep. After he told me, no, I'm not paying you 50. Yep. After that, he did it to
What?
me twice. Yep. And he thought that I was gonna, do it again because
Because he has a history with you. I mean, he
right.
20 grand with you. I would ask you forever. Are you
Yeah.
crazy? You
I
know,
have nothing. I said I have nothing left. Nothing.
no, you should have said I have nothing for you. That's what you should have said. You need some people need to hear these things. I have nothing left for you.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Whether you had it or didn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had a girl once, not the same one, you know, one of those cycle women, in and out, in and out, in and out of my life. Bull crap. Had the nerve to come back around, and within a couple of days of come back around, wanted me to lend her money to help something. And I told her point blank, I said, you know what? I would have had no problem helping you with money if you actually weren't so shady and wishy-washy in my life. I threw it right in her face. I was
Mm-hmm.
being honest. I said, yeah, I probably would have helped you, but I don't trust you. You're shady, you're wishy-washy. I don't know. I'm
Mm-hmm.
good. You know, and she got offended and disappeared shortly afterwards. But some people need to hear this crap. Then let them know that you're wise to their game, because they'll keep trying. And I bet you if you told him that one time, if he when he came out of I don't know what kind of nerve he has to come and ask you for money after owing you 20 grand, refusing to give you $50 a month, if you said to him, I have nothing for you,
Mm-hmm.
nothing, I think that the second time afterwards wouldn't have happened, because he'd have known that he's pushed you to a point of no return. But I'm telling you, Viv, I would absolutely just at this point I would give up. I would block numbers. I would disappear, and just that's it. Go away completely, just for peace of mind. Because I'm telling you right now, for me, peace of mind means more than any money, any
Mm-hmm.
monetary compensation. You know, whether it's a couple hundred, couple thousand, or tens of thousands. Jesus Christ. Whew. Um, I mean, shoot, my God, that is a lot of money to lend, to willingly lend out.
Yeah, and I had to get a second job. I had to get
Yeah,
a second job for that. Yep.
you see what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
that's how bad it is. That's what you need to just let it go. Let it go. Gotta let it go. Um, Before we wrap it up, I want to ask you guys out there that are listening this episode, if you have any advice or any well wishes to give to Vivian, email us friends with issues at gmail.com. That's FRIENDZ with ISSUEZ. Remember, the friends is with a Z and issues is a Z. Email us. I'd love to hear, you know, what is your advice? Can you commiserate? Do you have any options for her to get it? You know what I'm saying? Is it really, should we really go find a gang to beat them up, or should we go to small claims court? Let us know. I would love to hear this and do a follow-up with this if I continue this A friend with issues thing.
And I'm
But
willing to split money with you guys. I'll give you guys a cut. Anybody that can get my money back from him,
wow, that is how. See, but that's my point though. If you're willing to split the money, it's not about the money then. It's
it's the
about what
principle.
I knew. It's the principle. Yep.
It's the principle.
It's the principle. See, and I totally understand. I get you, you know, and I really do hope you succeed and prove me wrong. I'll take the L, because that would warm my heart if you actually succeeded in you know, regaining something, or giving some kind of comeuppance or consequence. Final thoughts,
Yes.
Vivian, before we wrap this up?
Thank you. Thank you so much. This is really healing. It's a little
Yes.
healing to me.
Yes.
I love your show. You do a great job. You ask
Thank
great
you.
questions.
Thank
You do.
you.
You dig questions out of me that I don't even have answers for.
That's what I'm here for. I'm here to dig it out of you.
And I wish you success, all the success
Aw.
in the world.
Thank you, Vivian. And I wish you success, happiness, peace of mind, and like the biggest rock to fall on this guy ever. Just fall on him. Or at least fall on his big toe. Like, crush that thing or something. Give him something. Come on, Karma. Come on, universe. Where you at? Okay, work for us here.
Yes.
Well, that being said, that is it for A Friend with Issues, my limited series. Thank you for listening. I'm Vibe. That's my friend Vivian. And remember, listen to everything, but believe what only what you believe.
Got something to say? Email friendswithissues@gmail.com. This is an audio production of Vibe Revelation Studios, the cure for your common day. VibeRevStudios.com.